Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Friday, August 21st, 2015, around 5:49 in the morning, Billerica, Massachusetts. The sun's going to come up, going to be another humid day, oppressive heat. The dog days are here, and could be some major thunder showers. Some news to report: Boston Red Sox beat Kansas City Royals by a score of 4-1, 3-game winning streak by the Red Sox. And also the Brooklyn Cyclones beat Lowell Spinners by a score of 4-3. J.R. Smith has announced he's going to re-sign with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that's about it on the news. My first video blog subject of the day is about my review of SummerSlam 1994 WWE pay-per-view. This was the 7th annual SummerSlam that originated from the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. It was the first event that happened at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. The main event was The Undertaker facing off against The Undertaker. That's right, in the WWE around the summer of 1994, there were two Undertakers. We'll tell you more about this, plus in a minute. Plus there was the awesome cage match with Bret the Hitman Hart and Owen Hart, and also Lana Blaze defending the women's title against Boo Nakano, and other matches. And before the pay-per-view, they had a dark match. It was Adam Bomb, who just turned face, defeating Quain, the martial arts expert, with Harvey Whippleman. Adam Bomb and Quain were a tag team under Harvey Whippleman, but Adam Bomb turned on Quain and became a face, and he beat Quain. Quain was played by Ron Rivera, who eventually became Savio Vega, the Latin sensation that's sweeping the nation. That's another story for another day. And here's the matches that happened on the pay-per-view, which was called by Vince McMahon and Jerry the King Lawler. The first match was IRS and Bam Bigelow with the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase facing off against the Head Shrinkers, Fatu and Samu. Originally this was going to be for the WWE Tag Team Championship, but the night before, at a house show in Indianapolis, Indiana, at Market Square Arena, Big Daddy Cool Diesel and Shawn Michaels beat the Head Shrinkers for the title, so it became a non-title match. The Head Shrinkers were managed by Captain Lou Albano and Alpha, and this was an okay match, back and forth. IRS attacked Samu with the briefcase when the referee was being distracted by Captain Lou Albano and the $1 Million Man, and then Alpha attacks Bam Bigelow, but the referee sees that, calls that an automatic disqualification, so Bam and IRS go over in this match by disqualification. I don't know if they were supposed to win the tag team titles that night and stuff, but I don't, if it was, that was the first I heard about it. The next match was Lana Blaze defending the women's title, the WWE Women's title, against Boo Nakano with Luna Vachon. And this was a very competitive match and stuff. A great match. Lots of moves by Lana and Boo Nakano. Probably the best women's match in the United States in the 1990s. In my opinion, it was real great. And at the ending, the Boo Nakano tried a flying leg drop, but she missed. And then Lana Blaze pins her 1, 2, 3 to attain the women's championship. Great match. The women's division in the WWE around when it was reactivated in the 90s was very weak, but this was a great match, probably one of the best matches on this pay-per-view. The next match was for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. It was the bad guy, Ramon, the challenger. He had in his corner Pro Football Hall of Famer Walter Payton, Chicago Bears legend, facing off against Big Daddy Cool Diesel, the reigning Intercontinental Champion and one half of the WWE Tag Team Championship, with Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels was in his corner, and Shawn Michaels, when Diesel was coming down, he was in front of him and stuff. And this was probably a very awesome match, back and forth, interference by Shawn Michaels and Walter Payton. Walter Payton prevented Shawn Michaels many times from interfering, had like Shawn Michaels tried to like attack Razor Ramon, but Razor Ramon ducked and super kicked Diesel. Razor Ramon takes advantage and pins Diesel 1, 2, 3 to win the Intercontinental Championship for a second time, and it starts the dissension with Shawn Michaels and Diesel, which eventually will have Diesel turn on Shawn Michaels at Survivor Series 1994, which that's another story for another day. When I get to Survivor Series reviews, that's probably going to be mentioned. The next match was Lex Luger, made in the USA, facing off against the Native American Tatanka. This was a grudge match. Tatanka accused Lex Luger for selling out to the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, because weeks and weeks before they were pumping up that Lex Luger joined the $1 Million Corporation, but Luger denied it, but fans and weren't buying it, and Tatanka wasn't buying it either. The crowd was 50-50 split because both were faces in this match. And then the $1 Million Man comes down, Ted DiBiase comes down, distracts Luger, and then Tatanka schoolboys Luger for the 1, 2, 3. Afterwards, Ted DiBiase offers a bundle of money to Lex Luger, but Lex Luger kicks it. But then Tatanka attacks Luger big time and stuff. Tatanka turned heel and joined the $1 Million Corporation and stuff. And then he puts Lex Luger in $1 Million Dream and stuff like that. This heel turn by Tatanka was very, very bad, because it should have been Luger, in my opinion, turning heel and stuff and joining a $1 Million Corporation, because his career in the WWE went downhill after like the Lex Express and stuff like that. But you know, I think I heard that Luger's merchandise was still selling big time for the WWE, and I think they did not want to take a hit with merchandise, especially at this time after the WWE got out of the steroids trial. The next match was Double J Jeff Jarrett, JEFFJARREWT, Double J Jeff Jarrett. He was doing a country music wannabe gimmick, facing off against Mabel, who was part of Men on the Mission, who liked to, rap and stuff. And this was, a decent match. It was, Mabel was overpowering Jeff Jarrett for most of the match, but Jeff Jarrett got advantage, and then he pinned Mabel by using his foot on the rope for 1, 2, 3. The next match was for the WWE World Title. It was Owen Hart facing off against Bret the Hitman Hart, his brother and reigning WWE champion, inside a 15-foot high steel cage. This was a very, very awesome match. Was about over 30 minutes, back and forth cage match. It was awesome. All the members of the Hart family were at ringside, including Davey Boy Smith, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Bruce Hart, Keith Hart, and all the others. And this was back and forth, ending at Bret the Hitman Hart climbed the cage out. Him and Owen was simultaneously climbing the cage, but Owen got caught up in the cage, and Bret wins. And then afterwards, Jim the Anvil Neidhart jumps out of the stand, and then he clotheslines the British Bulldog and his wife Diana, and attacks Bret the Hitman Hart. And then Owen Hart gets back up, and then they beat up Bret Hart in the cage. Owen Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart locking the cage so nobody could get in, beating up Bret Hart. But then Davey Boy Smith and the other Hart family members try to climb the cage to rescue Bret. Eventually they did and stuff. This was an awesome cage match, probably one of the best ever. And the main event was like the Undertaker with the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase facing off against the Undertaker with Paul Bearer. It was Undertaker versus Undertaker. Background of the story: the Undertaker disappeared from the WWE after Royal Rumble 1994. In real life, Mark Calloway, who played the Undertaker, needed some time off to rest injuries, plus he was starting a family. And in the spring of 1994, they had promos for the WWE that they spotted the Undertaker at so many different places. Even Paul Bearer, Undertaker's manager, says the thrill went cold, but then the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, says he's found the Undertaker, and then he delivered the Undertaker on the Heartbreak Hotel, and Undertaker came, but it wasn't the real Undertaker. It was like kind of a fake Undertaker who looked much smaller than Mark Calloway and stuff. And he looked, a little younger and stuff. That Undertaker was prime time Brian Lee, who wrestled in Smoky Mountain Wrestling and other southern wrestling territories in the late 80s, early 90s. And he died as if he was a blonde, but he died to the Undertaker's color black and stuff. And he was a fake Undertaker. But then when they announced the main event for the SummerSlam, it was Undertaker versus Undertaker, and they had skits of the Naked Gun actors, Leslie Nielsen and George Kennedy, try to find the Undertaker and stuff, and it was real funny and stuff. And then the Undertaker with Ted DiBiase gets introduced first, and then Paul Bearer comes down, he shows it and stuff, and he brings a casket out and a bigger urn, and then he motions it, and that was the Undertaker, the real Undertaker. And this match was, a power match and stuff, back and forth. It was real eerie and stuff. The fake Undertaker gave the real Undertaker a tombstone, but the real Undertaker sat up. And then at the ending, the real Undertaker gave the fake Undertaker 3 tombstones, pinned him 1, 2, 3, and the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, runs away, and then Paul Bearer has a couple of druids come in, and the Undertaker throws the fake Undertaker right into the casket and stuff, and that's how the ending of this pay-per-view was. The Undertaker versus Undertaker match was kind of, shouldn't have really ended the pay-per-view and stuff like that, but it was, a decent angle and stuff like that. And that was it for SummerSlam 1994. What did I think about SummerSlam 1994? I give it as average C. The cage match was awesome. The women's match was, awesome as well. And the Razor Ramon regaining the Intercontinental title was awesome because of Walter Payton, and I think they had it to just give a quick pop. The rest of the card was, not that great in my opinion. And the Undertaker versus Undertaker main event, even though, it was decent, it should have never, ended the show and stuff like that. And that's about it on that. Tomorrow I'm going to review SummerSlam 1995 from Pittsburgh. Be back later on for 2 more video blogs. First video blog will be about Ames Plow Tavern in Boston, Faneuil Hall, and the third and final video blog of the night will be about former Major League Baseball pitcher Mike Scott. Keep calm, and I'm a Julie Prada guy. Molly Rosenblatt, the Fox 35 Rocks. Have a good day, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Bye now.